History, right? Today in history, let me just kind of get this ready here. There was a lot that actually happened today. Some days I actually look at things and like, okay, got it. There was, one thing or a multitude of things, but maybe they weren't as large as some other dates out there, some other important events that happen in time. And I wouldn't say any one of these maybe is you know gigantic, earth shaking or something like that. It wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't Pink Floyd playing at the wall when it got torn down or something like that. There, but still, pretty good day. So I'm going to go ahead and list off a few different things. And there was even more of this if you go and look this up here today for this. And today, because I was talking a lot about sports, I want to go a little bit more on the music side for today in history. So today in history, in 1983, U2 scored the first UK number one album with War. Right, so. Uh, the iconic album of U2 War came out today and uh, went to number one, and it ended up spending a total of 147 weeks on the chart. Obviously, with those singles like New Year's Day and Two Hearts Beat as One, a masterpiece of an album. What a great statement from U2 as they were really just kind of getting started. I mean, if you know some of their stuff from before that, I love October as well. They had Boy as well as their first full length album. October, I think, is a fantastic album that gets overlooked a lot of times. But U2 War is really the one that made that statement out to the world and made them, started them off on who they are today. Right. So huge day for U2 with that guy there. Also in 2006, David Gilmour. Speaking of Pink Floyd in the wall, David Gilmour from Pink Floyd, former guitarist and lead singer from Pink Floyd, uh, went number one on the UK album chart with his third solo album, On an Island, and fantastic album from David Gilmour. And what was also pretty cool too to see was that a couple years after this, in 2009, UK radio station actually did a poll of greatest solo albums written by a former band member, and Dave Gilmour was number one. Right. Interesting topic. You can think about maybe some other bands that have happened since then. I'm thinking of like Oasis have both brothers have done solo stuff since then. I don't know if I mean Blur, David Albarn has really done other stuff in other bands. So it's not really solo work, but Tom York has done some solo work as well. Um, I don't think about all those, but as far as back then, David Gilmour would be it, and I would tend to agree with that. So that was also today, and then keep it going. I got two more. 2010, Metallica playing in Colombia. There were over 130 people were arrested, with 8 people being hospitalized for a show in Colombia, where over 1,500 police and 4 tanks were brought to manage crowds as property was vandalized and destroyed, as thousands of ticketless fans rioted during Metallica's first Colombian concert in 11 years. Uh, wait, way, way to go, Metallica! I don't know. I always think that stuff's pretty cool as far as you have if that much of a following, you have that much people behind you that want to see you. They'll go to extremes. I mean, I'm never consenting to violence or anything like that there, but just there's that many people that wanted to see you that didn't have tickets that couldn't see you that then they had to bring in tanks to stop there being a bigger issue. That's a pretty crazy day in history right there. And most recently, one of my favorite bands also out there, Stereophonics, scored their eighth UK number one with their 25th anniversary album Ucha. The achievement made them one of the most successful chart acts of all time, tying with Taylor Swift, Oasis, Kylie Minogue, and REM, um, who have also had 8 chart toppers. The Beatles had the most with 15, by the way, followed by Elvis and Robbie Williams. I don't know how Robbie Williams got on this here, but Elvis Presley and Robbie Williams with 13. So congratulations to Stereophonics. If you've not checked out Stereophonics, you definitely should. They are a fantastic band. Um, Definitely one of the overlooked, I don't know, I guess you call Britpop bands. This British invasion, British wave 2.0 that happened in the 90s. They were kind of one of the forgotten ones or the later ones that came by. Didn't maybe have some of the gigantic hits at the beginning, and then Napster comes in, and the British wave is kind of done with by the time I feel like they were really cranking out a lot of their good stuff with Sterophonics. So a great band that's been good for a long time. So um, happy to see that they're for them. And good job by them. Thank you guys for again listening to the show. If you have not clicked on the like or subscribe button, please do. Also hit the notification bell, right? So that way you can get notified when I actually do go live with these streams, and get the word out. Let people know about